Have you ever wondered what sets apart those who achieve the extraordinary from those who get lost in mediocrity? The difference is not in external circumstances, nor in the difficulties we encounter along the way. It lies in something much deeper, something invisible to the eye, but immense in its power: our mind. Have you ever stopped to realize that everything you wish to achieve, everything you seek to conquer, begins exactly there? Inside you, within that untapped force called mindset. The world is not against you. The truth is, you have never been so close to achieving everything you desire. The key is within your mind, and the way you use this key can transform your life in an irreversible way. This is the fundamental truth. The human mind is capable of creating the future, of shaping destiny, of turning any situation into an opportunity. And now is the time to awaken to your power, to your true essence. The question is, are you ready to take control? Think of Edison. He did not see the darkness of the room when he created the electric light bulb. He visualized the light. And for that to happen, he had to believe in the impossible. He had to be absolutely certain that his vision was greater than failure, greater than criticism, greater than adversity. And the truth, my friend, is that every great leader in history was at some point just like you, someone who decided that doubt, fear, and insecurity would no longer rule their life. They did not surrender to discouragement, to chaos, or to temporary failure. They embraced their convictions, their dreams, their visions. What are you waiting for? The time to act is now. The time to believe in yourself is now. Because it is. Through belief, through certainty, that you build the future. And it all begins with your mindset. Mindset is not just a fancy word or an empty motivational phrase. Mindset is what moves you when the world around you falls silent, when doors seem to close, when fear tries to paralyze your body and your mind. Mindset is what makes the difference between those who get stuck along the way and those who create their own path. When you look at the great names in history, like Henry Ford, Carnegie, or Walt Disney, you are witnessing the unstoppable power of an unshakable mindset. They saw possibilities where others saw only obstacles. Ford didn't listen to those who said cars would fail. Disney didn't listen to those who mocked his grand dreams. They saw before anyone else what no one else could see. The key to success is to see the invisible, to believe in what no one else believes. It's about seeing the world not as it is, but as it could be, as it must be. And you are capable of this. You have within you the strength to see beyond the immediate, beyond the limitations. To achieve the impossible, you must have the courage to take the first step. And that step is taken with the certainty that your mindset will sustain you through the hardest moments. It is not the outside world that defines who you are, but the way you see yourself, the way you think about yourself. True transformation begins here in your mind. And it is right here that you will begin your journey. To master your life, you must first master your thoughts. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can be achieved without belief. Belief is not just a mental state. It is a powerful force that moves mountains. Belief in yourself, in your purpose, in your destiny, that is what pushes you forward when everything around you says no. Think of Lincoln, a man who, throughout his life, was rejected, defeated, and discredited. But he never stopped believing. He believed deeply that one day he could change the course of history. And he did. Lincoln's secret wasn't just his skill, it was his unshakable belief in his purpose. He knew that no matter how hard the road, what awaited him at the end of the journey was greater than any obstacle. Believe me, your journey will not be easy. But know this, your belief in your purpose is what will carry you through every barrier, up every mountain, through every wall that stands in your way. The world will try to convince you to give up, Fear will try to convince you that you're not capable. But belief in yourself, unbreakable belief, is the most powerful weapon you can have. When you begin to believe in the impossible, that's when the impossible starts to become possible. There is nothing that can stop you when you believe with all your heart in what you are doing. Belief is only the beginning. The next step is to have a clear vision. Without vision, without clarity, belief becomes vague, and potential is wasted. Vision is what gives shape to your dream. It is what guides your actions and gets you out of bed every day with a defined purpose. Imagine for a moment what would have become of Steve Jobs without his vision of a more connected world, a world with personal computers in every home. He didn't start with resources. He started with a clear vision. Jobs had a vision to transform technology, and through it, to transform the world. And that's exactly what he did. He didn't just go with the flow. He carved his own path. He saw the future, and his vision led him there. You need to do the same. Success is not an accident. It is built with vision, with clarity. It's not enough to believe if you don't know where you are going. Clear vision is what creates a direct road between you and your goal. With clarity, you can make quick decisions. You can act with confidence. You can look at distractions and say, that's not part of my path. When you have a clear vision, everything else aligns. Your mind, your actions, your body, everything aligns to conquer that goal. And when you are aligned with your purpose, opportunities begin to appear. Vision, therefore, is the driving force that shapes your reality. Without it, you are navigating in the dark. With it, you become unstoppable. By now, you already know what you think. You have an unshakable belief, and you have a clear vision. But what truly drives all these things? Purpose. Purpose is the fuel that makes your journey meaningful. It's what keeps you moving when the winds blow against you, when challenges arise, and when fatigue begins to weigh on you. A man without purpose is like a boat without direction, without an anchor. He gets lost, but a man with purpose is like a lighthouse, illuminating the path for himself and for others. Your purpose is what gives you strength on the hard days. It's the reason why you fight, why you persist, why you never give up. And purpose doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be something the whole world recognizes. Your purpose is personal. It's yours. Maybe to create a better future for your family, to positively impact the lives of those around you, to leave a legacy for the next generations. Whatever it is, this is what will guide you. When you know where you are going and why you are going, no obstacle can stop you. Now that you have the right mindset, unshakable belief, a clear vision, and a defined purpose, the moment of truth arrives. Action. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without action, all the knowledge, all the belief, and all the vision remain nothing but empty words. Action is what transforms intentions into results. It is what brings reality out of what was once just an idea. You may have the best plan, the best intentions, but without action, all of it stays in the realm of what could have been. No matter how big your dream is, if you don't take the first step, it remains only a dream. Henry Ford, for example, didn't just dream about the automobile. He got up and made it happen. He took the necessary action to turn a concept into something tangible, and he did this repeatedly every day until the impossible became reality. Discipline is what sustains action. Discipline is not just about following a routine. It's about making daily decisions that bring you closer to your goal. Discipline is what keeps you going when things get hard. It's the force that moves you forward when enthusiasm begins to fade. Discipline is the foundation of greatness. The greatest achievements in history were not made by people with extraordinary talent, but by those willing to do the daily work, to persist, to push themselves, Even when the road was tough. Discipline, therefore, is the art of doing what is necessary, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is the commitment to yourself, not to give up, to keep moving forward, to stay focused on your goal regardless of the distractions or obstacles that appear along the way. When you have discipline, action becomes automatic. You will be aligned with your purpose, and your actions will naturally reflect that alignment. You will not get lost along the way. You will not be seduced by the temptation to abandon the journey. You will become unstoppable because you will have the discipline to go all the way, no matter what happens. This is where many people fail, because the journey is long, arduous, and full of highs and lows. But there is something essential you must understand. Gratitude? Gratitude is what transforms every difficulty, every obstacle, into a valuable lesson. Gratitude not only opens doors, it unlocks a flow of positive energy that fuels both your mind and your body. Instead of focusing on the difficulties, gratitude allows you to focus on the lessons and the victories, no matter how small. It helps you see the value in every step, every stumble, every new beginning. Gratitude also brings a new perspective. It turns "I can't" into "I can," and "I don't have" into "I have more than enough to keep going." When you are grateful, you become more resilient, stronger. Gratitude feeds your soul, keeps you connected to your purpose, and helps you keep moving forward, even in the darkest hours. Gratitude reminds you that everything has a purpose, and that every challenge is a disguised opportunity. Learn to be grateful for the lessons, for the wisdom you gain each day, for every small victory you achieve. After all, what would great success be without the struggle that comes before it? Nothing is given easily, but every step you take, every effort you make, is proof that you are growing, evolving, and moving toward your greatness. Therefore, gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a tool you must use at every moment to keep your energy positive and your mind focused. The journey to success is not linear, and life will always have its ups and downs. The question is not if you will fall, but how you will get back up. This is where adaptability comes in, the ability to adjust in the face of adversity, to learn from mistakes, and to move forward with greater strength than before. Every failure, every mistake, every obstacle carries a lesson within it. And it is through these lessons that you become stronger, more prepared, and wiser. Think of people like Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before inventing the electric light bulb. If he had given up, the world would never have known his invention. But he adapted. He learned from each failure and adjusted his approach until victory was achieved. He understood that failure was not the end, but part of the process. He didn't just adapt, he used his failures as a source of learning to achieve greatness. And that is exactly what you must do. Each challenge, each obstacle must be seen as an opportunity to grow stronger, to learn, to improve. The more you adapt, the more resilient you become, and the better prepared you will be to achieve your goals. When you begin to learn from every challenge, when you start to adapt, resilience will become your second nature. Resilience is not simply about enduring hardships. It's about transforming them into fuel. It's the ability to rise again. 2. Fight even harder after every fall. It's the strength to look at obstacles and say, "I am bigger than this." Resilience is what keeps you moving, even when the world tries to stop you. When all you have is a dream, resilience is what gives you the courage to keep going. The greatest secret of true champions is not that they never fail. It's that they never give up. They get back up, stronger each time. They keep running, no matter how hard the road becomes. They refuse to let fear take over. They refuse to be defeated. That's resilience. And it's this resilience that will guide you to the end. That will help you cross the finish line, no matter how long the race may be. But even when you have overcome obstacles, even when you have achieved great victories, remember one thing: learning never ends. Continuous growth is the key to lasting success. Great leaders, like Warren Buffett, keep learning every single day. They understand that success doesn't come from having all the answers, but from being willing to learn, to grow, and to adapt. Learning is the foundation upon which you build a successful life. Don't get comfortable. Never stop learning. Every book you read, every experience you live through, every conversation you have carries a valuable lesson. The world is constantly changing, and you need to be willing to change with it. Continuous learning is what keeps you ahead, what keeps you growing. No matter how high you climb, there is always something new to learn. And that is what keeps your flame burning, what keeps your journey alive and exciting. Now, look inside yourself. The secret you seek, the key to success, is right there. It's not somewhere distant. It's not somewhere outside of you. It is within your mind, within your belief, within your vision, and within your purpose. The power to transform your life is in your hands. The secret to mastering your life begins with the simple yet powerful act of believing that you are capable. And by believing, you create a new reality. The path will not be easy, but it is possible. And it begins now. Are you ready to take the first step?